Hello everyone and welcome to, after a hiatus of sorts, mostly just a result of me being able to link up with people, I am finally back with another beautiful episode of the VGC Analysis and Demonstration series, here with absolute legend, Alice Sabrina. Please say hello, mate.
Too generous there, my friend, but thank you for having me back here again. And it wasn't just you, that's I've been a bit busy as well, mate, so I'm glad to get back in contact with you and play with some new toys.
For sure. I think you were actually, well, not too new at this point, right? I think you were actually the first or second person that we picked one of these mons with, Paradox mons, and it wound up being this far out. But yes, welcome to Bird in Your Brute Bonnet. Oh yeah, Bonnet, right, yep, no, okay, I understand the joke now.
Was your own joke, but that's okay.
Yeah, but I made the joke like 2 months ago. Good old trans Brute Bonnet. We're certainly here for it, and I think at the time I pitched this as like, you know, we'll do a Paradox, a top tier, and then like a lower tier that's performing pretty well. I would say, I'm not sure. Sorry, that can perform. Sylveon, I would say, is like a high mid tier or a low top tier, because it has been having a few solid performances recently, including having just snatched a second in Vancouver. So we didn't really have a low tier, but Talonflame, phenomenal Pokemon, and Brute Bonnet has absolutely been showing itself to be one of the best, like one of the better Paradox mons in a format dominated by such powerful options.
Yeah, the prayers all. I guess, yeah, like you said, we try and get a low, a high, and this is all kind of mid to highs. So
for sure,
you know, the average out to be like that.
Very high power level.
Yes.
So now let's move on to
very good at what they do.
Well, I'd say Talonflame's probably like a top 5 mon, and then Brute Bonnet's probably top 15, and then Sylveon's probably like top 30. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So yes, Bird in Your Brute Bonnet. So here we have Sylveon, JoJo with the Bobo. I only have the most relevant and up-to-date references for mature adults. You know, like JoJo has been very relevant in the modern era to the mainstream audiences, and they're going to have very high crossover with this. But mostly Sylveon is strong.
Yeah.
Sylveon was stronger in Gen 6, but even in Gen 7 onwards, Sylveon's been really strong, to the point that they gave like really wide throat chop distribution in Gen 7.
Mm-hmm.
They made it in Sun and Moon, and then they gave it to a bunch of Pokemon come the next one, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, because they made it a shooter move, I think. It's still pretty accessible as it stands. A lot of dark types.
Yeah,
a lot of dark types losing knockoff, still having throat chop though. But Sylveon comes with an extra toy this gen of Terra Blast, which, if you don't Terra, is a really strong single target fairy move, and if you do Terra, is a really strong single target stab move.
Yeah, so either way,
fairy. Strong. Very strong.
Yeah.
But that does allow it to play around like throat chop shenanigans more.
And wide guard, there was a fair bit of wide guard.
Certainly for wide guard.
Yeah, so beneficial for it.
And it's got pretty decent spread of item usage as well. Like I said, we saw that second place Zachary Thornburg team in Vancouver, which I believe what it did was it psyched up their
and Dondozo.
Yeah. No, how would you? Yeah, that's right, because it was Parasong, I think, Parasong Flutter Mane, and then it could psych up their own Dondozo.
Yeah,
which is pretty nuts.
Really drops to the.
Yeah.
It seems like it takes a lot to set up, but it was quite successful, obviously, in doing so.
For sure. Like, it's a really interesting payoff option, and you can also use Psych Up to deal with some opposing setup options, predominantly like the what few Iron Defense Body Press sets you might see from a Garg, even though most of them are just the Covert Cloak these days. Thought it was interesting that it was just Citrus Berry. But I think it was Terra Flying, so that it could work with Dozo better. But
yeah, with the EQ, damage.
that Hyper Voice Terra Blast is very, very common. Mostly because I think it lost Mystical Fire, so you see a lot less of well, a lot less that move, and Psyshock has its place. I think it also learned Psychic this gen, but it's not going to be none of them are going to be as universal in application as Mystical Fire was. They're much more positional sort of things, mostly because of their worst matchup into Steel types, which, thanks to Terra, are everywhere.
Yeah, thanks to Terra, almost, you're almost non-existent to the weakness anymore.
For sure.
Team building, team buildings.
Yeah,
that synchronizes is
Yeah, so we definitely saw Sylveon do fire move thing, because I think we saw another Zach Thornburg team with Sylveon at Knoxville, which was still similar, but it was Terra Fire, with very similar comp around it, though a few different mons, but definitely still that I'm just completely having a I'm breaking right now. It's still the Psych Up Hyper Voice Terra Blast, which is definitely an interesting niche that I think people wouldn't have necessarily predicted Sylveon having gone into, though that is obviously also all one player. But having two, like a top 8 into a top 2 at high level tournament in a format that I think a lot of people would not necessarily have thought Sylveon was the best at, certainly wasn't high on my own predictions.
I think that's something so good about this current meta. You go back to
you put anything with Tatstozo and you win.
You go back to Sword and Shield, and it was kind of not one-dimensional, but there was a core 8 or so mons that were just so dominant, and you had to prep for it. And then you come into this meta, and there's so many, like you said, Sylveon is top 30. Top 30 mon. You got Brute Bonnet, who's a top 15 mon. The fact that you're talking about those being so high as well, it just means that the diversity that you can play with, and Terra, it's just so exciting to see what they all can do.
For sure.
Which is exactly why you're doing this kind of series where you pick one paradox form and build a team and see what it can do.
For sure. Also, I saw Sylveon in OCIC had a pretty solid performance with Quick Attack, interestingly.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of Sylveons, I believe, dotted. Mostly, so a lot of these other ones have Throat Spray without that, the Citrus Berry with the Psych Up, which obviously it's more useful when you're getting +2, +2, +2, +2. And I think we've seen Safety Goggles and Throat Spray mostly outside of that Citrus Berry. I think we may have seen 1 or 2 with Covert Cloak, because it's often like a pocket Trick Room abuser, and being able to maintain that extra turn of Trick Room or that extra turn of Tailwind and still get a turn off even in the face of opposing Fake Out is pretty relevant. Yeah. But Sylveon, obviously we've seen a lot of really oppressive spread attackers in this format, and Sylveon can easily stand among them. So now we go to the crux of this position. I forgot he was, "Don't lecture me with your $30 haircut." He do be. I like it. He do be grooving though. This mon has had a real increase in top tier placements as the format has gone on. We saw him a lot in Natal in Brazil. We see him a lot in Vancouver. We saw him a bit in Perth. Saw him a good bit in Knoxville, good bit in Bertram, but I'd say less so in the original OCIC in Orlando. But yeah, the very high attack stat combined with Spore, combined with occasionally Rage Powder, but often Loaded Dice Bullet Seed has been very popular, as well as Covert Cloak and Citrus Berry, and I saw 1 Sash. But yeah, Covert Cloak and Citrus Berry tend to mostly lean into Rage Powder variants, whereas a lot of the Bullet Seed ones do not tend to run Rage Powder. They just do damage.
Yeah. Also, base 127.
It's pretty good, especially if you are a Sun Trick Room team.
Yeah.
Getting that photosynthesis boost can be absolutely brutal, and it's able to get through a lot of annoying Pokemon. Plus, because you are hitting a lot more frequently with Bullet Seed, you have pretty good odds at doing okay into Dozo. You can Spore it, and then Bullet Seed it. Like a Grass Dozo is not particularly common currently. And the fact that the more you hit a Pokemon with a move, the more likely you are to crit, and it does pretty good damage anyways, makes it pretty significant.
Yeah, and I think it's also fair to say that it does alright into Elephant as well, who's been destroying, I think, the last few regionals as well. I think it's...
Has it?
It's wonderful. Yeah, it's
last few? I know it did...
Oh, for a little bit of chunk of time there, yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was doing quite well. It's definitely a very, very good mon. I know it won Knoxville and Bochum. I think. Wait, did it win Bochum? No, it didn't win Bochum. That's right. The Iron Jugulis did. It's very good mon. Very, very good mon.
So.
Yeah, won OCIC, Knoxville, and Orlando. So very, very high performer in the early days.
Yep.
But it mostly ran Terra Grass, which I reckon is probably alright into Brute Bonnet.
Yeah, still.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, big Brute Bonnet fan. Oh, it's actually Aaron Jang who, so Cybertron himself, who got that top 6 with, he was number 2 overall. Sorry. Number 2 seed heading into playoffs, and then ultimately wound up in top 8 with their Talonflame and Brute Bonnet team, with a few other spicy mods.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brute Bonnet he's got a very strong niche in this meta. Grass and Dark is actually a pretty good offensive typing in this format, and the fact that you're able to get around Sashes is pretty good. But also the Rage Powder variants are interesting because you can't be Prankster Taunted. And you
immune to Spore as well.
Yeah, well, you're immune to Spore until you Terra, right?
Yeah.
It's definitely, I don't think it's shocking that the offensive variants have been outperforming the defensive variants.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think a base attack stats very appealing. So
yeah, I generally think this is probably one of the better Trick Room users. It's pretty good Spore user in the current format. I am not entirely sure what the reasoning is for running. I guess it's okay into DD Rouge in the sense that you can't get spread moved. Is that the reason to run it over regular Mugus? Look at this team. Oh, it's got Friend Guard support with Mousehold. And then they are running Armor Rouge and DD themselves and Iron Hands. Yeah, I mean, really good offensive option, even in a defensive variance in Trick Room.
Yeah, I think the appealing fact is into Armor Rouge and DD, you can't get the Expanding Force, so it's going to target you. They've got to get Armor Cannon, and they get that minus.
Yeah, they get the minus defenses.
Yeah, they get the minus defenses, which opens up for the rest of the team. So
yeah, plus this team is redirection spam. It's got Rage Powder, Brute Bonnet, Follow Me Mousehold, and Follow Me in DDF. This is a Donald Smith's Vancouver team. It looks pretty terrifying to deal with a Swords Dance Baxcalibur and an Assault Vest Iron Hands on top of the Armor Rouge.
Yeah, I think I might have seen that one on stream. If it's the one I'm thinking about, but yeah.
Basically, all of them have been running Terra Water.
Yeah,
which makes sense. You resist Water's 2 weaknesses. You're very unlikely to hit you with a Grass move or an Electric move when you're terraing into Water. Not the least because Electric is a fairly sidelined type outside of Iron Hands, and you can Terra into Water to live that first Iron Hands hit and do a lot of damage with Bullet Seed. Especially if they are not Terra'd into Grass. Less damage if they have Terra'd into Grass.
Yeah, but then also, if they Terra into Grass, then it opens up your Baxcalibur with
For
your
sure,
ice.
for sure. I mean,
So-
obviously other teams run it too.
Oh,
Often,
but, yeah.
Sun teams, like I said. There's Sun teams, Indeedee Rouge is definitely not shocking to see alongside it. But also some faster teams. Like I mentioned, Aaron Zhang's team with the Tailwind.
Yeah, definitely. So
Tailwind D9 bundle.
yeah, base 55 speed. It's something that can benefit under Tailwind.
And then still scare opposing teams with Trick Room up.
Yeah.
For sure. Really strong mon.
Yeah.
So now we get to, speaking of really strong mons, here's good old Bird Up. Talonflame is very, 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 very good right now. It has entirely transcended Murkrow as the Tailwind spammer of choice. Terra Ghost is a really good adaptation for it. It means that basically, I think there's only one priority move that can break its Scale Wings if you Terra Ghost with it, which is First Impression. I can't think of another one. So it basically is guaranteed Tailwind with that Terra Ghost, especially in open team sheet format. It's so strong with Brave Bird and Flare Blitz, but it's still got utility with Wisp. Heat Wave is really good spread damage. Like this, Taunt's also good utility. This 81 attack and 74 special attack are really good on a mon that has such a strong typing defensively, but it's also doing a lot of damage offensively, even without being super strong.
I agree. I think Terra, it's almost brought it back to the old school Gale Wings, not being able to fake it out in your Ghost. It's really revived it, I think so.
For sure.
As you said, it's doing a lot, and it's the premier Tailwind setter at the moment. So
for sure. And the fact that it's like a fairy resist certainly doesn't hurt for Flutter Mane.
Yeah, and
it's got decent defensive utility. There's a lot of Pokemon that struggle to hit it without running coverage for it, such as the Great Tusk as well is another mon that's very good, but struggles to hit it without running specific coverage. Wisp is really good into non-water veiled Dondozos as well, which is okay. Taunt's pretty good into Funny Garganacci. There's a lot of interesting mons that it can shut down pretty effectively, as well as being able to do damage if you needed to.
Yep.
And Tailwind's good. I don't know if you know this, but Tailwind is good.
Tailwind is really good, and obviously with dynamic speed.
Oh, that was an insane buff. Just like in Gen 6, Talonflame, Funny Bird. In Gen 7, they nerfed Talonflame. In Gen 8, dynamic speed.
Super beneficial to have that.
Yeah, and Clover Cloak as well. Because you're the fastest Pokemon on the field a decent bit of the time. There's Flutter Mane that's faster, and sometimes we'll run Thunderbolt or Power Gem to be able to hit you. And then Iron Bundle. Is there another mon that's faster? I can't think of one off the top of my head. That's at least
it's Barraskewda, Dragapult, Electrode, and Jolteon, but we
did see that Scarf Electrode pop off.
Yeah. And then obviously
Dragapult has a place. I don't think Barraskewda does. I tried Barraskewda. I think Jolteon you can probably use, and Dragapult you can definitely use. I don't think Barraskewda has much of a place. I think Electrode has the meme place, and I am fully in love with the meme place for Electrode. But yeah, Bird Up is definitely the way. So my friend, are you ready to fight to die?
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited.
What's your
I'll just send it to you.
Okay. Do you remember mine? It's the name of my YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's a long word. And,
it is.
Spelling's not my forte, my friend. So, sentence. Okay. Did that go through? Yeah.
No, I haven't been sent the challenge.
Oh, I haven't sent the challenge. No, I sent you my username.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought when you said you sent it, you meant you would. Oh, no. That's right. It's UBHQ.
Yeah.
I was just typing Alice in, and it wasn't popping up, and I'm like, oh, I thought we played before.
Make sure I'm on the right server as well. There we go.
Well, main, hopefully.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
I don't know if I want to live in a world where main isn't the right server.
Oh my god.
You have a very degenerate team.
Okay. Right.
I have sent you the game too as well.
Yeah. Accepting.
There we go.
There's a couple of mons on there that are scaring me.
I am concerned that you were scared by any of my Pokemon.
Yeah.
Besides, like, the 3 core ones. I mean, one of them's pretty good, but the other 2 are definitely,
Oh, yeah, well, you've got,
Yawn.
Yeah.
Fairy-type Yawn. Overheat. Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, better look at yours. Okay.
Probably, yeah. I think I forgot to set Terra types on some of my Pokemon. But you mean to say everything except Sylveon and Spidops?
Oh, interesting. You've gone. Okay. Okay, cool. Oh, okay. Voice band.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Oh my god. Oh, so that's why you're like first impression can break through the Gale Wings. Okay.
Yeah, it can. Even if you Terra Ghost. I forgot to set my Terra, so I am not Terra Ghost. But luckily, you didn't bring a fake out Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, well, you got Terra Fire Spidops. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I do things.
Yeah. Okay. All right, then let's send this then.
I mean, we gonna send it?
Yeah.
No, I was definitely Terra Fire for the added heat wave damage. Yep, that was the plan. I noticed you didn't bring any Trick Room. Not even on Flutter Mane, even though.
Yeah, I opted to not.
No, I don't know why my Farigiraf is safety goggles. Oh, sorry, it's Twin Beam Hyper Voice. I know I had safety goggles.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely forgot to set actual Terra types for playing these mons. I didn't bring a Sash, so my Twin Beam feels not very good. Adrenaline Orb.
Yeah, so I figured Arcanine would be a little bit of a problem for this team, and so I was like,
Talonflame.
what could I do to help with an Arcanine or Intimidate?
Yeah, so with the Glimmora.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I thought, why not?
I feel like you have 2 physical attackers, 3 really good special attackers. You know what I wish I had? Sizzle. Like Bullet Punch, or Lucario even, I guess.
Sizzle has been doing the business. Yeah, it's been doing the business. On the team, I've run.
Sorry, speed boosting Flutter Mane with Talonflame.
Yeah.
You were scared of something. Or was this the Scarf Electrode counter?
Listen, I was half asleep, I think, when I made this. I don't have a Spidops on my team though, so.
I mean, you're half asleep, and apparently the half of you that was awake was a meta player.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you went for the boring play.
Yeah.
And you missed! You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be kidding me! Ah, this is game over as well.
Is it?
Well, it should be. If it isn't, I don't know what you're doing. I'm gonna have it out. Those of you in chat, should I go for the out? I mean, I have 2 outs, but one of them is definitely a lot less smart than the other. Okay, that's not what I expect you to do. Okay, I wanted to win the speed tie and taunt you, but I lost the speed tie after missing the rock slide. I missed another rock slide!
Okay, your treads is asleep. Your treads is clearly asleep.
Oh my god, that's insane.
No, I've just trained it well.
Clearly, I have not trained my Pokemon at all. I've never met these men in my life. You know, they've been spending too long around crocodiles in far north Queensland. Oh, that's insane. Can I hit these at least?
Yeah, that's a big damage.
Oh, great.
Flutter Mane. Okay.
Oh god. Yours is Terragrass.
Yeah.
I really hate that I've missed so much. That Talonflame would have died turn 1.
100% I would have.
Oh my god, that did nothing as well.
Oh,
I hate throat spray so much. It's so mediocre.
Okay.
And your Brute Bonnet's faster than my Sylveon, which makes sense because you're not a Trick Room team.
Yeah, and you're not running Crunch.
I'm not running Crunch. You mean Sucker Punch?
Yeah, you're not running Sucker Punch.
That's true. I mean, like I said, when you when you won every turn with the Talonflame, I lost because I didn't have my Iron Shards. I think I've lost this matchup. I don't think I have any reasonable out into the. Well, I mean, just hyper meta team. I think if I'd reapproached this team at some point, I probably could have, but I didn't, and I just don't have anything for something that's this consistent. Especially not with bad luck. Like, getting bad luck on top of having no outs is not the best combination.
I did tell you that I was having bad luck in
oh my god, it died.
that random battle.
Ah, you were spending it all on the random battle, I see.
Yeah, I used it all. Okay, let's see.
I didn't even get to see your last one, though I assume it was Sylveon since it's the promo mod.
Yeah. I didn't want to not bring it, so.
Why did I even bring this Brute Bonnet set?
Jeez.
Like, genuinely.
You were like, get the TR up.
But, like, it's not got Rage Powder, so how the hell am I supposed to set TR up? I just don't really understand my thought process. Yeah, I don't like Throat Spray that much. It's just slow.
Yeah.
Like, if I was Life Orb there, I would have gotten, like, it would have been significant damage I was getting off. Instead, I need to get multiple turns with Sylveon, which isn't always achievable, and it's harder without Citrus Berry. I'm not a big fan of it. I think it can work okay with Redirection, but I was too dumb to bring Redirection on my Redirection. Am I about to get an Icicle Speed?
Definitely not. Definitely not. Don't worry about that. Full send it.
Full send it, eh?
Full send it. Oh, 2.
Oh, that's right. You don't have Crunch.
No.
I completely forgot about that.
No, I don't.
I would have just said Trick Room. No, I expected you to Icicle Speed the Farigiraf. Why are you running Icicle Crash since you don't have loaded dice?
I don't like the miss.
But Icicle Spear can do 2 hits.
Yeah. but it also can do 5. And judging by my
Don't know if it can without loaded dice. I think it's like only got 2 or 3.
Oh really?
That's a joke, but like you're much more likely to get 2 than 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what, it's got 30% of rolling 2, a 30% of rolling 3, and then a 20 of 4 and a 20 of 5.
Look at that damage.
If you get 5 hits here, I'm alright.
Look at that damage.
Oh wait, no, that's guaranteed hits. Never mind. I don't know why I was crying, but I was crying.
Okay.
I'm not using me turns effectively. Should just switched since I was predicting that, but I don't know. I'm a coward.
Are you?
Clearly. I didn't switch. What do you mean? I did the cowardice action. I clearly am a coward.
Bam. Oh, there's a fence. Oh my god. Now who's getting lucky?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no.
That's like, I was like, oh, I got a 3 turns leave.
You did.
That's not exactly particularly lucky, mate.
And the defense drop. And your twin being hit twice.
Twin view was 100%. I'm pretty sure you know that, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure enough.
Hit twice with protect. Oh mate, I did protect. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't protect.
Pain. Like I said, should have switched, but I'm a coward.
Okay. Sylveon? The Sylveon.
It's the Sylveon mirror. If my Sylveon doesn't KO... Oh, yours is... Wait, yours is Trick Room Sylveon?
No.
I mean, it clearly is.
I'm 82 speed.
82? Oh, as in like your actual stat?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just non-invested. That's Trick Room.
Trick Room?
Not invested is Trick Room.
Okay.
I was surprised you didn't... Oh, an ice shot! I forgot about the ice shot. Alright, just need a Hurricane confused through this whole thing. God damn it. And it all because of the Icicle Spear hits as well.
Oh, and you missed.
I missed the Hurricane. Why would you ice shot there? Were you actually playing around? Because it was a priority anyway, so you definitely should have speared. Speared does min 50, right? Well,
sure
we'll see how game 3 goes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's very poorly. The answer is very poorly. Game 3 is not going to go well for me. At least I know my Sylveon is faster than yours, but I wasn't able to do anything with it.
Yeah.
I mean, your Bax and your Flutter Mane have been very effective. That's crazy. Who would have thought 2 of the best mons in the format would be very good? Never would have expected that. I feel like our Brute Bonnets have done nothing.
Oh, I feel like mine's been doing the business. I feel like
it didn't KO the one Pokemon it attacked, which is weak to its staff.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think it KO'd my Brute Bonnet and like the Sylveon and stuff from when they were weakened. It's done okay, alright. It's done alright. I mean, just what am I supposed to do when I'm playing against a dishonest player who uses Protect? You know, this is a serious problem in the modern era. You did not use Protect.
I forgot.
Rest in peace, Spidops. I'll take the 1-for-1 though.
I forgot. I sucker punching myself as well.
You side sucker punched.
I did.
Okay.
I wanted that. Yeah. I definitely wanted that. How big spikes put up?
Oh my god! It's not even a KO. What the? How bulky is yours?
Max HP. There's no speed in it. Yeah, no, there's 12. Yeah, it's max HP.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, can I get that one?
Well, let's see if I win the taunt speed tie this time.
Oh, what do you got in the back then?
What do you reckon I've got in the back?
Oh, you got in the heat wave.
You went for the overheat there. Okay, I definitely would have gone for the wisp. No, you won the tie! God damn. Oh no, sorry, you didn't get. You got the first turn wake. Why couldn't I get this lucky on the game where I was doing well?
Ooh. Okay.
No. My opponent is a dishonest player.
Don't be like that. Don't be like that.
Imagine not going for 2 overheats in that time. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've lost because of the toxic spikes.
What's in the back? Oh, Sylveon. Oh, the miss.
I mean, if I haven't lost, I'm impressed. I don't think Terra Poisoning stops me dying to the stops me dying to poison, unfortunately.
I don't think it does. Does it do less damage?
What? Do less damage?
Does it do less damage?
We'll see. We'll see. I suppose we'll see.
We'll see.
I mean, I have an out. I just don't think that it actually exists. Okay, I have an out. It's if I dodge, I win.
Here we go. I fluffed around.
Well,
do you want to do a 4th one, and I'll just throw.
it's all good.
I'll change the EVs IVs to 0.
I don't know about that one. So funnily enough, you know how your Sylveon was 82 speed?
Yeah.
So apparently my Brute Bonnet is 83 and my Sylveon is 84. Which I reckon I was specifically speed creeping something. I just don't know why. But yeah, I forgot to set Terras on these mons back when I built it. So yeah, I only had Terra on 2 Pokemon. And unfortunately Terra Fire was not going to save Spidops from that power gem.
I mean, Spidops did do the business though. We're trying to show Brute Bonnet, and
Brute Bonnet had a very good 3rd game. I mean, not yours, but yeah.
Well, I mean, you
yours did a good first game.
Like, I had an offensive Brute Bonnet, and you didn't kill it in either game, except the first one when the 3rd game was Spidops comes. So
yeah. I mean, I didn't get Talonflame to click E-Wave very often. That was the problem, right? I brought Sylveon.
Yeah.
Which is so slow. Hyper Voice is an obnoxiously... Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Throat Spray. Like, it's a really hard item. Like, it's really good on Komoa because it was a setup move that set you up more. But, like, it's so slow on Sylveon. It's pretty slow on Skeledirge, but Skeledirge is, I think, better at going in the long game. You need a really specific investment. I don't think it's worth running Spatak if you're running it. Or, like, it's got to be pretty specific for it. I do think a lot of the Sylveons that we've been seeing performing have had bulk, and all I have is HP, nothing on Fizz Def.
Yeah, the Hyper Voice being split.
Yeah, spread damage, support move.
Yeah, so it does take a turn to rack up a little bit.
Yeah,
but
it's nowhere near as fast as Armor Rouge.
No, and if you can have that, like, I think the teams that we had didn't fully show it. Like, if you have like a slower mon on the field to pick up a kill and make it so it's not split damage, then it's probably, you know, more beneficial.
Yeah, and I felt like I had decent support to enable it, and like, you know, you ran 2 Pokemon weak to Fairy. I mean, I only ran 1, but you know, I had 2 resists. You had 2 resists. I feel like, you know, they definitely could have done well, but they just, it's a very weird and awkward meta for it, and I think that shows a lot about why it's predominantly been performing on Pat's Dozo sets. I'm impressed by the rare performances it's put in outside of Tatsuozo. But yeah, Tatsudozo obviously significantly deflates the time. Actually, has it done performances without Tatsudozo? So we see Sylveon here. Yeah, in Natal, it didn't have Tatsudozo. It was on Arcanine, Sandy Shocks. Yeah, Mousehold with the Friend Guard is really good for it.
Yeah.
It's a really weird team. It's a really interesting team. It's like tailored with a bunch of slow mons. Yeah, the Sylveon. Oh no, we saw a Tailwind Sylveon, or is it just Tailwind with fast mons? Sorry, slow mons again. Yeah, another Tailwind with slow mons at Perth. Some interesting team. Oh, it's manual Misty Terrain. That's really interesting.
Yeah, you saw that round floating around with Grimmsnarl and like that Corviknight team.
Yeah, well this one in Perth that top 8'd. Rolling Moon boosted Tailwind Acro, Sashine bundle with Encore, Sporamungus, Assault-Vest Iron Hands, in Flare Blitz Snarl, Wisp Arcanine, and then Manual Misty Terrain Sylveon with Terra Water.
Oh,
I gotta
Sylveon.
watch this game. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you saw just how much of an impact Talonflame had on games, especially when it was else using it. And definitely consider how strong Brute Bonnet can be.
Yeah.
I thank you all for watching, and as we run out of Paradox mons to look at, obviously we'll do a video looking into each of the ruins, but leave some comments down below about other ideas of what you think we could cover, and definitely leave a like and subscribe.
Yeah, definitely subscribe. It's always fun doing these, and I always learn a lot from Electric myself, so
I'm doing my best. Thanks.